with long, white sand beaches, warm weather and plenty on offer for sun worshippers or action adventurers. Phuket attracts more than 3 million holiday makers from across the world each year. And it isn't just tourists drawn to the island. Thais from across the country come here looking for jobs in the tourism industry. But it doesn't work out well for everyone.
Workers from other poor area, they move to Phuket. They stay together in a camp or in a poor houses. And when they started to work here, some of them, they found out that they cannot afford to take care of the kids.
These kids are being taken care of by the Phuket Sunshine Village Foundation. It was formed in the wake of the 2004 Boxing Day tsunami to help the orphans of the tsunami. But these days, it's for any child in need of any age.
We have 2 to 18, the age group of the kids here.
The foundation is located on the opposite side of the island's famous tourist hotspots and resort-lined beaches. But it says the tourism industry not only attracts poor workers, it raises prices, and that is resulting in an increasing amount of children that need to be rescued from poverty.
The demand, I believe, that is higher and higher, especially at the moment of the economical crisis. The parents, they're getting poor and they cannot support their children.
That is being reflected in the number of children currently under the care at this foundation. There are around 80 children at this facility right now. Some are orphans, others have been abused and some just abandoned by their family. But most of the children here are from single parent families where that single parent just doesn't have the means to give the child what it needs. But the effect of the island's booming tourism industry is not the only factor behind increasing demand. This foundation runs on local and international donations. These toys are gifts from Australia. In the wake of the Boxing Day tsunami, international aid poured in and dozens of foundations like this one formed.
There were plenty of foundations growing out of the earth like mushrooms.
But in recent years, international cash donations in particular have faded.
The Phuket Sunshine Village is one of the last foundations still being alive after 10 years after the tsunami. I can't tell you an exact number. I guess we had at least 25 to 30 foundations after the tsunami. Left over here on the island, we talk about maybe 4 or 5 successful foundations being still here and being still operative. All the others, unfortunately, had to close. It wasn't because there was no demand anymore. No, there's a huge demand on the island, but they couldn't run it anymore.
That means pressure is mounting on the organisations that remain. And this foundation says it is struggling to help everyone that needs help.
In some certain cases, we have to refuse because we don't have enough accommodation for them.
It says unless trends change, this foundation may also be in trouble.
I'm quite aware and a little bit worried about the financial problems here. We can see how much we spend, how much we get the donation. And frankly, I have to say that for some years, we still have to touch our reserve fund, which shouldn't happen at all. Our hope we can help this group of the kids to be a good kid, to live in the community and society happily, either with us or back to their own families. But somehow the future of this place depends on how much we get support from people around or overseas.